please introduce me to the audience who doesn't know who I am. Oh, yourselves, not me.
Hello, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
And remember, point the mic at whoever's asking. Do you want to hold the mic
No.
for that? Yeah, she's worse than you are.
Come on.
All right,
He's in the business.
Are we good?
we are good. So the first order of the day is, what are your influences?
Influences.
No, I'm just kidding.
Phone call? Hey.
What?
Hello.
Who's calling?
Oh, I thought you were trying to
I'm calling back.
communicate to me that this is a terrible question. But was Mortis at all an influence to your new theatrical stage ideas?
Mortis? Yeah, Mortis.
Mortis.
Yeah, Mortis then. Oh, not really. I think he actually stopped doing that also.
Did
Like,
he give you his makeup to wear?
huh?
Did he give you his elf ears? Now that he's not wearing them anymore.
I think, yeah. All the stores, they have spares nowadays when he's not using it, so.
But seriously, tell us about that idea. The reason I ask is that Mikael can attest that girls like Matthias, and would they still find him sexy if he covers his smashing good looks with troll makeup?
They might get new ideas about those makeups.
What do you say, Mr. Matthias?
Well, they're good in bed. Yeah, I love it. Works.
So, Matthias...
Well, you know, I'm tired anyways every day, so, you know, it hides the sleeping bags under my eyes.
Matthias, do you currently have a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
All right, so
I'm 31, I'm single, and I'm ready to mingle.
I'm going to ask you a question, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but the fat, anally retentive bass player of Korpiklani told me that you had a fan of the female persuasion on your tour bus, and she was on top, having sex with you, and she was very drunk, and she threw up, and at that moment you actually had your mouth open, moaning in pleasure, and then some of her vomit went into your stomach. Is that true?
No comment.
Mikael, can you comment on that story? Can you comment on that story, Mikael?
I have no recollection of anything that sort.
No, I meant is the bass player of Korpiklani fat and anally retentive?
Hola.
Well,
In certain very profound way, yes.
Oh, passers-by, this is not a professional interview. So, I have learned prior to this interview that Finntroll is behaving in an uncharacteristic fashion, that you no longer have gallons of vodka per show on your rider. Is that true?
Yes, we have become trained professionals.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is there any other reason for it, or any livers blown? Tell us more about that, because you were the poster children of vodka while playing on stage, and now we have this sober, unidentifiable Finntroll.
Well, it's actually, it's the age.
And
Oh, come on.
besides, we have never played under the influence of vodka.
Yeah.
It's usually been after show, a refreshment.
Sports drinks. Yeah.
Gatorade.
Does
Yeah.
this count?
That one is okay. It's mostly water in it.
Or when you drink vodka,
Oh, thank you.
when you drink vodka, what is your preferred brand of vodka to drink?
Well,
Romanian Stalinska.
oh, the Stalinska and Romania. Oh, yeah, the one that you could actually feel all the way to your fingertips the day after. Oh, I love that one.
Hangover and heart attack in one bottle.
So, are we actually looking at a more mature Finntroll? This answers the age-old question: are those members of the band fun, or is it just the influence of a chemical?
Oh,
We are very fun.
Can you do something fun on the spur of the moment? That's usually the characteristic of a fun person, a
oh yeah,
trademark.
but wait. I'm mental. I'm mental.
You're not interrupting anything. You can pass by.
Yeah.
Guys, 6:45 meet and greet, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't I give you?
No?
No? Are you sure?
Wine money.
I'll strip to you later.
So again, there's going to be a much more retarded version of this interview this weekend, but we're in New York right now, and so I have to ask more than one question. Jennifer will ask you just one question for half an hour in Massachusetts. But this pertains to the vocalist Matthias. Is it all right if I call you that?
Yeah. Call me
right.
the vocalist.
You're very breathtaking, and
Do I take your breath away?
so I was wondering, would you like to comment about the difference in your vocal brutality on the new album?
Well, that was sort of the idea also on this album. Where I have never spent this much time actually on the vocals. I had headaches from screaming like the whole days. But it was, yeah, it was a choice. It wasn't, just turn out that way. It was actually planned that this one is gonna be more brutal.
This might have been an erotic dream, or it could have happened in real life, but I remember talking to you, and you said that the vocal style on the album was pure brutality, but when you play live, it's technique so that you can actually speak the next day. Is there any truth to that?
Well, yeah, sort of, because, usually if it hurts, you shouldn't do it. But in the studio, because live I have a fucking PA system that is backing me up. So, but in the studio I can really, I hear it if people do technique stuff. And it's really see-through,
And he has actually never lost his voice during the tour.
No, actually, yeah. Well, one of the Wacken show we did the Wacken show in 2006, that was horrible. But I was sick and tonsillitis also on that moment.
Are you still wearing your kilts?
No.
No, the kilts are gone.
So you might lose out on the commercial revenue if you were an advertisement. There's a saying here for underwear company whose underwear is under there.
Okay. Well,
So you're not really sellouts. You won't actually have Finntroll associated with certain commercial products that you don't endorse. You will never wear tighty whities, right?
no, I'm commando.
You shouldn't say that because you're not from America, and there is this terrorism alert. So you don't want to be overheard using words like that as a foreigner
Okay.
in
right.
America.
I'm not terrorist. No. I just like to be commando.
Are you familiar
It's
with?
a fashion choice.
Are you familiar with Primordial from Ireland?
Yes.
Very, yeah.
All right, so there's a member of the band who sings. His name is Alan, and he's known for having no filter and constantly being honest,
Yeah.
even when he's lying. So he has repeatedly told people how much he hates the music of Finntroll, but he met you on a cruise, not a gay cruise. It was where you performed. Both of you performed orally. Well, you played on guitar, and Matthias, you performed orally.
Digitally, I was orally.
But Alan was impressed with you, and he's now friends with you. Does it bother you that he hates your music but loves you as people?
We were actually friends prior to the cruise as well.
Please don't contradict me in front of the viewers. I must appear as a metal authority.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Your facts are correct. We became friends in the cruise.
Do you think that Primordial sucks, or is it an unequal relationship where you actually respect his music?
Actually, they got some good songs. There's actually a couple albums I really like.
I've never listened to them.
Oh, well, yeah, I like it.
Marduk had Alan as a guest vocalist on the songs. Is the reason why he's not a guest vocalist on Finntroll is that the song would just be too sexy, or is it that you really require the guest vocalist to respect the music?
No, the thing is, he hates my shoes, so I don't allow him to get on tours. Alan, still got my black metal slippers. Yeah, these are true.
So, do you think that Alan is trying to burn the candle at both ends, saying that he's both pagan metal and black metal? Is that kind of gay? Like, he thinks that black metal
is gay.
He thinks that black metal is because of your lyrics. So by that reasoning, Merciful Fate is black metal, which it is not! Where do you stand on this issue?
Wait.
Go ahead, Mikael. You can answer bravely.
Yes.
All right, getting back to Matthias. This is a very important question. It's very serious, so no jokes.
Okay. No joking.
Your primary language was Swedish.
Yes.
And could you tell us how you learned English? I know, but I don't want to be one of those journalists who's bragging about his knowledge of the band, and I know your shoe size. How did you learn English?
Well, I was watching like English TV when I was a kid.
No, you had a friend of the family visit during summer!
Yeah, well, also.
Oh, okay. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well. Your sarcasm is getting so bad, so I don't know if you're joking anymore. Yeah. Well, let's do the boring answer. Yes. I was watching English TV when I was a kid. We had a nice channel because I didn't like the Finnish TV because I couldn't understand the word they were saying. So I watched all these like Transformers and stuff. But then I actually got to use it also because I had friends with the family that was English speaking. So yeah. So at like 4 or 5 years old already.
Speaking of Transformers, isn't that a stupid concept for a toy? Cars that turn into robots?
I think it's perfect. It's cars and robots in the same thing.
But wouldn't it be better to have the transgenders? Your Ken could become a Barbie and vice versa?
Nah. I like it. I think also the robots that turn into guns.
But Mikael, you have no opinion about this, or you didn't need that?
No, I started to remembering this toy I saw in Japan. God Jesus. Well, there's
the God
toy
Jesus.
for you.
The God Jesus. I love the God Jesus robots.
Yeah. It's a robot and a Jesus and a God.
Yeah, and a Pope. And he's hitting you with crosses. And the God Jesus. Check it out. It's cool.
Is your favorite gay bondage movie Mel Gibson's The Passion?
Poor little white guy. That's my favorite.
I kind of like twins.
All right, so the second part of the language question, and again, this might sound like it's comedy, but I really am curious that Matthias did not know Finnish in the beginning, and he could not properly communicate with you. How did you learn Finnish? Is it just being immersed in being surrounded by Finns?
Yeah, well, that's the best way to learn anyway. We actually started talking English. That was the first 3 hours or something like that, and I was like, no, I need to learn this language. Fuck this.
Complimentary clicks.
Would you say it's easier for you to learn English or Finnish?
What?
Is it easier for you as a Swede to learn English or Finnish?
Well, English is sort of the same as Swedish. It's got exactly the same grammar, and the words are,
Unless you're black. Do the black people in Sweden ruin grammar the way they do in America?
This one, I'm not commenting on.
Okay.
This one.
What is the N-word in Swedish or Finnish?
Well, we call it the N-word also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So some words are similar across language. All right, getting back to. So I'm just wondering if I wanted.
This part is.
If I wanted, as out of curiosity, to learn Finnish, would it be impossible for me?
No.
You just have to spend more time with us. Constantly, 24/7.
But would I learn proper high Finnish, or would I learn Finnish slang?
As you can imagine, we speak proper high Finnish.
Exactly. It's like when I get back home, the friends are like, my Finnish-speaking friends at home, they're like, you spent too much time again in Helsinki. It's like, yeah, they hate my Finnish.
And have the Finnish people become more tolerant of hearing the Swedish language in their beloved homeland?
We've always been tolerant about that.
Not according to an earlier interview that...
No, not really. No, well, in Helsinki they've always been tolerant. They just hate them secretly. I hate the Swedish people secretly over there.
Yeah.
It's not where I come from.
We have secret societies
Yeah,
for
exactly.
hating Swedish.
So, Matthias, if you were to go to Stockholm, for instance, or Gothenburg, would they immediately know that you are a different kind of Swedish-speaking person?
Yeah, they will say that I'm like a moving troll. Probably. Because that's how I sound like, I heard.
Well, I was just wondering, the Slavic languages are similar, but some of them can understand Czech, while Czechs can understand the other Slavs, because we actually know that different words mean different... anyway, with Swedes, is Norwegian and Danish a totally separate language, or is it just another cute way of saying the same thing?
No, actually, Norwegian, I understand Norwegian, like 98% maybe. But Danish, if I read it, I can actually understand it. But when they speak, they sound like they are having hot food in their mouth at the same time.
Yes, a Czech person, when he hears a Polak, thinks that it's like an old person who has no teeth trying to...
Yeah, that's sort of how Danish sounds to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I can read it. That's pretty okay. Norwegian is okay.
All right, well, this concludes the very informative, serious segment of the Finntroll interview. This is going to be continued in Massachusetts, where you're a little more relaxed. You let your guard down a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit more like home over there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cold. Nice.
Es ist kalt und windig.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.